Enjoy the World Cup qualifying videos on this channel? Head over to Patreon for some exclusive classic matches done in the same style. We're gonna let the young'uns go out again now for another What Happened on My Universe mode! It's NXT and they're on tour. We're in London in the United Kingdom, where I was born. Nice, and we start with Bo Dallas, who comes down with a microphone in hand again. What's he got to say? Well, Bo wanted to get serious and make sure that everyone watching at home and whoever was there could hear him clearly. He was calling out Diamond Dallas Page. Not sure why, but DDP came out anyway. DDP started by not making much sense at all, but then said that Bo Dallas was getting well in over his head and tell him to stop now before it makes it worse for himself. Bo Dallas followed that with a bunch of big words, but DDP wanted to know if he was going to prove he was a big shot. Bo Dallas said they can fight and they can do it anytime, anywhere. So DDP told him that it was time to shut his mouth, and then said that he will find him and he will hurt him. I'm guessing they're facing off next week. It's time. It's Vader time, as Vader was in the opening match of the show, accompanied by the Ascension, to take on R-Truth. The match started well for R-Truth, however, with a jumping neckbreaker and a dropkick to the fallen Vader. But then Vader woke up and took R-Truth down. Vader was in control from here with a huge clothesline, a big Samoan drop, and then a chokeslam, before finishing R-Truth off with a giant moonsault. So, Vader victorious with the Ascension watching on the outside, the mentor teaching once again. We headed straight backstage after that. Becky Lynch was attacking Charlotte with a dirty DDT on the concrete floor. Lynch was destroying Charlotte with a bin to the head and throwing her into a door, but eventually Charlotte would reverse with a sidewalk slam and start throwing Becky about a bit. And once Charlotte had finished throwing Lynch around for a bit, Becky Lynch got up and reversed with an arm drag, and then dragged her into a different section of the backstage area, hurting her arm in the process, and then getting ready to suplex her through a table. And after putting Charlotte through a table, Becky Lynch destroyed her, suplexing her 3 times, 2 of them being her usual exploder, 1 being a Tazplex. I think that's what it's called anyway. She apparently won the brawl. And after all that craziness, we had a tag match. Samoa Joe teaming with Baron Corbin to face off against the NXT champion Finn Balor, who was teaming with Bam Bam Bigelow. The match began with Samoa Joe trying to charge Finn Balor, but he reversed it with a swing blade and then hit him with a dirty German suplex. We then got our first bit of double teamness from Balor and Bigelow, but after that Samoa Joe gained control and striped the fuck out of Bam Bam Bigelow. Corbin was in next and he hit a Lou Thesz press on Bam Bam Bigelow before kicking him for good measure. He then hit a choke toss, but Bam Bam Bigelow would reverse the next Irish whip and splash him in the corner. Bam Bam tagged in Balor, who hit a Pele kick and a big brainbuster before getting a bit too close to Samoa Joe and getting a punch. With him dazed, Baron Corbin thought he had control, but Balor quickly reversed and then hit another Pele kick before taking out Samoa Joe. Finn Balor took out Baron Corbin with his shotgun dropkick and then 1916. And Baron Corbin was done. Finn Balor and Bam Bam Bigelow victorious. The second promo of the evening saw JBL come out, and he told the crowd to be quiet before he even started talking. He started by saying he wasn't going for applause and he didn't care what the crowd had to say. He was once an idealistic hopeful like them, but then he started operating within the system's broken rules. He said it was time for a change, time for a new JBL, a more aggressive one, and he's going to step on anyone's back to get the extra inch or 2 to get to the brass ring. Then he started waving his hands about. The penultimate match of the evening saw Tyler Breeze team with Fandango to do Breezango, taking on the NXT Tag Team Champions Blake and Murphy, who have a tag title match coming soon. The match opened with Blake hitting a fist to the face of Tyler Breeze before slamming him down with a sidewalk slam. He then tagged into Murphy for a nice bit of double teamness, but then Murphy's spinning forearm was reversed by Breeze into a Russian leg sweep. He then tagged into Fandango and he hit a neckbreaker, followed by a Falcon Arrow, but then Murphy reversed, got a few shots in and hit a neckbreaker of his own, even if it was a bit weird. More double teamness happened after that, and then Blake suplexed Fandango onto the ropes, awaiting a pretty sweet looking moonsault and tagging back into Murphy for another bit of double teamness. And there was even more double teamness after that with a back suplex off the top rope. Then Blake hit a brainbuster and Murphy a frog splash to finish the match off and take the win. Soon they will be defending those tag titles against Enzo and Cass. The NXT main event was next and it was huge. Bayley was challenging Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. It was gonna be big. The match in fact started off pretty big with Bayley hitting a dirty German suplex on Asuka and then a nasty knee drop to the face, but Asuka would reverse elbow to the face and Bayley would reverse whatever was coming next, but Asuka would reverse that and threw Bayley to the outside. Asuka then hit a huge missile dropkick and then a kick to the face, and when they were back in the ring Bayley gained control once again and elbowed Asuka in the back of the head. After a snap suplex, Bayley threw Asuka to outside and hit another random suplex from there, before Asuka would reverse her next Irish whip and hit an arm drag. She smacked Bayley in the face hard and butt bumped her in the corner before kicking her several times, finishing the combo with a spin kick to the face. With Bayley dazed, she locked her in the cross arm breaker and Bayley wouldn't tap. Eventually she'd reverse out of it and punch Asuka in the face, and she thought she had control, but after a slam Asuka reversed that into a reverse DDT. Then Asuka went to the top rope and hit a massive elbow drop to take the win and retain the NXT Women's Championship. That's it for another What Happened on My Universe mode. SmackDown next. Like and subscribe.